I got a fever. And the only prescription is more...
That gold, baby. What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. I want to thank you all for joining us here today. Don't forget to hit like, and if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss any of our future content. Now, I got bit by the bug a few weeks back. Got a little bit of a fever. And man, I thought I was over it, but it's back again. And so we got another bag from Gold Fever Prospecting, and let's see if that can bite our bug. Now, from there, before we got the Nome, Alaska, this time it's their, their practice panner. I'll put up a link to the dirt itself right here for you so you can check out the page. Link down below if you want to buy a bag yourself. But they ship it to us here in the old USPS flat rate $8 box. Comes to us in this little mailer bag. I bought two bags so they both came in the same bag. Or in the same package, rather. Now in the bag, nothing fancy. Just a bag of dirt. Now this one is supposed to have a half-gram guarantee of gold. So we'll see if that pans out. But for now, let's move over to the classification view, shake this up, see what it's all about. Don't go nowhere. Alright, so what we got here, once again, Gold Fever Prospecting's Gourmet Practice Gold Panning Concentrates. This is the 1 pound bag. The base bag guarantee is a half-gram of gold, and you can do some add-ons on these things. You can add extra gram of nuggets, medium size, large mesh, small mesh, 2 grams, 3 grams, however you want to build this up. A couple other things that you can do is change the panning difficulty on it. So you can do a standard, easy. You can do heavier black sand. That's what I did here. I added some black sands to it. Or you can do very tough, dense materials, like $4 extra to add a whole bunch more black sands in there. So yeah, like I say, it's a practice bag, so you can really do it up to your own level. If you're a brand new panner, go with the standard. If you fancy yourself an expert and you want yourself a challenge, throw some extra dirt in there, extra black sands, and put yourself to the test. Now, the dirt itself doesn't look to have any large rocks in there. Yeah, you can definitely see the black sands in there. But like I said, there's no large rock in there, so we're going to skip... Oh, I see some gold right there. See some gold right there? We're going to skip the 1/4 inch classification. We're going to move right on to the smaller meshes. I think we'll do 10, we'll do all the standard lower end mesh. So 10, 20, 30, 40, or 10, 20, 40. And then we'll see what kind of material we're working with here. So what kind of black sands and heavy magnetics that we can pull out. Now, packaging, heavy duty plastic baggie, Ziploc baggie. It's taped, sealed, no heat sealing or anything, but they got the heavy duty tape all around. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this kind of closing, but whatever, it works. Dirt got here safe, so they're taking the proper measures to make sure that happens. All right. First, clean the bucket. There we go. All right. So this is our pay dirt. Sure. General. Oh, there's some gold right there too. Damn. I'm scooping it out with my hands and seeing gold. Now that's some good pay dirt, but there's definitely a lot of black sands in here, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge once we get down to it. But let's go ahead and classify everything out and see what we got here. So let's start with the 10, and we'll work our way down from there. Alright, so see y'all in a couple seconds when we're done shaking it out. Alright, we got it all shaken out, and man, this one looks like it's going to be, just like they advertised, a challenge. So, what we got up top here is the +10 mesh. Just a little bit of magnetics in there, nothing too big and nothing too heavy, but that's usually what we see at this larger size. Oh, hello. Do see a couple pieces of gold right there, right off the top, so that's good. Definitely a good sign when you're seeing gold up here in this mesh. So we'll definitely have to run this through. I could probably just pick these out right there and save running the dirt, but we're here to run dirt. Alright, next up we have our +20 mesh. Really just more of the same, a little bit more material. This one goes up to just under the bottom riffle on the pan. Good amount of material there. As far as magnetics go here, there we go. It's in line with what this dirt naturally seems to have. Not a lot of black sands, just a fair amount. Maybe like percentages here, like 2%. Down here at the 40, the +40 mesh, this is what we wound up with here. About the same amount of material as we have in the +20. As far as magnetics go here, probably just more of the same proportionally, and exactly that. More of the same, proportionate to what we've seen in the higher classifications. There you go. Alright, now, as you can see, the sub 40 is where all the challenge is. There's not a lot of this material. Goes up to just under that bottom lip on the first riffle. But as you can see, this is some dark stuff. So what we find here, I think the magnets max it out, is this is mostly all magnetic material. Like this is huge amounts here. So this is definitely where the expert comes in. The sub 40 is all magnet. It's like, this is like beach sand almost. Maybe a little bit more blondes in it, but in fact, I would say this looks a lot like Washington Beach or West Coast beach sand, northern Pacific Northwest, but because there's just a lot of magnetics in this material down here. So this is definitely going to pose a challenge, as it should. This is a challenge bag. Man, look at that. Tons and tons of magnetics in this classification. So this will be fun. We may clean that out a little bit ahead of time. That's a lot to throw through the sluice. But definitely, if you're panning this stuff out, this dirt is going to challenge you. Most definitely. Because that is, look at that. That's like mostly magnetics. Alright. Well, we're going to get this stuff all wetted up, get the sluice running. We're going to find us some gold. Don't go anywhere. Alright. Sluice is ready to rock. We got our water stick here. We're going to wet up this top layer. We're going to go real quick through the 10 mesh. Then, of course, we're going to speed things along for everybody. Hop right out to the way out, the pan out. But for those of you who love watching this stuff, please tune in to the sluicing and shaking version of this video, and you can see the entirety of this exciting journey. Well, most of it. If it's too long, I still cut it down a little bit, but either way, you get to see all the sluicing, all the shaking, most of the panning. But let's get to it. Let's do it. On my shovel, let's get started. So we're going to start off here with the 10 mesh, work our way down from there. Hold on to your butts. Now we know there's at least 2 pieces of gold in here. So make sure we get that. I lost track of those pieces, so they must have gone down the sluice. Alright, that is the 10. Move on down to the 20, work our way through it, and we'll see you guys in here in a minute. Got a couple larger pieces in here, and then some stuff scattered throughout. So let's get this in the pan. Alright, so there's your gold, baby. About a ½ gram sitting up there. Now I'm going to go through the pile of magnetics separately. I just wanted to get all that separated out to make sure I got as much gold out of there as I could before I mess with that. I'm not going to go through that on camera. That's going to take a while, but we're going to sucker this up, check that out, and we'll be back with a weigh out. All right, we are back and we are ready to weigh this out. I went back through those black sands, those magnetics, didn't find any gold there, so we did a good job getting all those out of the dirt without pulling any gold out with it. But here we are, just about ready to rock. There's a little bit of moisture still in the cup, so I'm going to dry that out real quick. Thought it was all done, but one tiny drop in there, keeping everything from being mobile. All right, so we are ready to go. Let's do it. Son of a bitch. Ah, it's hot. All right, burning myself, losing gold, but we got it before it got away. So, let's reweigh this. Tear that out. All right. Now, 1/2 gram is what we are expecting, and what we wound up with. There's a little bit of black sand in there. There's a lot of fine gold in there with it. And so what we wound up with was 0.602 grams of gold, which is not too bad at all. About 1/10 over what we were guaranteed. So we're doing really well. If you look at the gold, I'll take a few pictures and get you some up close. But a few of them got a little bit of that crystalline gold look to them. So they look like they're pretty close from their original source. Others in there have been beaten down by the rivers, so all of it looks beautiful though. 0.602 grams of gold. So we're gonna put this up in a vial and take a couple pictures, and we'll be right back with our final words and ROI. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back, prospectors, and man, gold fever prospecting, once again, you guys knocked it out of the park. Let's talk about that. So, the dirt itself, it did absolutely pose a challenge. There was a lot of magnetics in there, a lot of black sand in there. The sub 40 was pretty much all magnetics and black sand. Just a little bit of light sands in there with it, but I would absolutely agree with them when they say that this is a challenging bag. Extra black sands. Apparently, I could have made it even more difficult. So maybe that's double the black sands. I don't know, but that would definitely be quite a bit of a challenge, especially if you're panning it all straight out, like most of you guys are probably doing. That might be a little bit too much of a challenge. That I think would probably feel like you're panning over at Benson Beach. Something you don't want to do. That's a huge waste of time. But most absolutely, definitely, for sure, this bag posed a wonderful challenge. Had a great time going through the dirt. Was all very unique. No add-ins or anything like that, unfortunately, but we absolutely got our 0.5. In fact, we got 0.6 grams of gold. So 1/10 of a gram over what we were guaranteed. And when you get more than what you're guaranteed, that's always a thumbs up. So if you're looking for a challenge of a bag and you really want to work your way through some black sands, I think the Gourmet panning bag will be great for you. Gold fever prospecting, man, you've done it again. You've cured my ails. Thank you so much. Good gold, good dirt, good everything. You know, for you number of people who want to see that, I got that for you right here, the official ROI. But the bag itself costs us about $39. what we recovered was about $35 worth of gold. And that's going to leave us with an ROI at 89%. You can't go wrong with that. That is a solid ass ROI for some really good dirt. If you want to sweeten it up, you can add more gold to your bag. You can add more black sands. If you don't have a pan, you can add a kit, get a snuffer, and all the other gear that you need to work through this dirt. So it's a really good site. Lots of equipment there. Pretty much everything you need. And their pay dirt is rock solid. So definitely give them a check. Gold Fever Prospecting. Link down below to the dirt that we picked up here today. 89% ROI. I think you guys are going to be extremely happy with what you get and what you got. And yeah, so by all means, go check it out. Other than that, this is Dig Daddy. I just want to thank you all for hanging out here in the shed with me today. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit like on the video. And if you're not already a subscriber, I hope you had a good time hanging out with us here today. I hope maybe you'll consider hitting that subscribe button. That way you get all of our notifications. And oh, hit the notification bell as well. That way you get the notifications every time we release new content. We're out here every weekend, sluicing on Sundays. And we're out here every Monday, BSing in the shed, Monday nights at 5 p.m. So don't miss out on any of that action. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way that you get the chime every time and you don't miss out. We're giving dirt away. We're giving gold away. We're having a great time. So don't lose out. Don't miss out on all that time. Other than that, again, this is Dig Daddy, and I want to thank you all for hanging out here with me in the shed. And if I don't see you out on the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.